Watch out, barbecue warriors. I'm gonna warn you. You guys are poking the fire pot with this one. It's the old barbecue debate. Hot and fast, low and slow. Obviously, there's two sides to all barbecue debates. And there's not honestly a wrong answer. It's just what works for you. Maybe you got the time for the low and slow. That recteq was built for low and slow, giving you the time to give that buttery, soft, delicious, tender brisket that you guys have come to know and love. And honestly, low and slow is a great option if you got the time to do it. That brisket is gonna soak up all of that smoke and delicious. That tough collagen protein is gonna break down into gelatin, and that really is what gives you that like warm, delicious, just buttery happiness that you get with that beautiful brisket. So as that brisket is soaking up all of that smoke while you're sleeping in bed, you're gonna get that delicious bark that you're looking for, that like dark mahogany color that gives you that just essence of flavor in your mouth. As that happens, it kind of locks in all of that moisture and juice, and here's where the magic happens. Over the hours, while you're soaking up the Z's, this thing is soaking up tenderization. At 225, we know a 16 to 18 pound brisket is gonna take at least 8 to 10 hours for that bark to set to get delicious. At that point, I'm gonna wrap it up. Whether you're team foil or team paper, really the option's up to you. But honestly, for me, going hot and fast is a great option, especially if you're eating later in the day and you don't want to hold that brisket for hours and hours. Maybe you're eating your brisket closer to 7 or 8 o'clock at night. That is the perfect time to consider a hot and fast cook, or maybe a hotter or faster cook. Cooking hotter is obviously going to speed that process up, but you're not going to sacrifice any smoke and flavor. You're burning fresh wood that entire cook, so don't worry. If you're cooking an 18-pound brisket hot, it might take 5 or 6 hours at 300, 325 degrees for that bark to set. No worries. Once that color is sufficient for you and that bark is set, wrap it up. And just like its low and slow counterpart, just let it go till it's probe tender. Monitoring internal temperature is kind of like a roadmap. Think of it like GPS, but ultimately the visual is what you're looking for. Before we wrap this up, we want to get it nice and dark because we're going to lose a little bit of color during the wrap, but it's okay. We're going to give up a little bit of color for maximum moisture retention. For me, I'm always team wrap, whether it's butcher paper or foil. Really, that decision's up to you. But for me, I'm gonna lock in all of that moisture, protect that bark until it's probe tender. So for a choice brisket, it could be around 203 to 205 degrees. For a prime brisket, again, we've got an extra fat on the inside that's take a little bit longer to break down. Maybe you're 205 to 207, 208 degrees. And maybe if your budget kind of brings that extra game to the table, you're cooking that Wagyu brisket, it easily could be upwards of 212, 214 before it's probe tender. Ultimately, you have to make sure that brisket's probe tender before you even consider that resting process. Now, the point we can always agree on is the rest. So whether you're going hot and fast or low and slow, that rest is crucial. We want to let all of those juices and that meat relax. Let that calm down before you even begin to slice it. Whether you're letting it rest for an hour or two in a vented cooler or one of our large resting boxes, ultimately that is where the success lies. Allow that brisket to relax and you are guaranteeing yourself juicy, moist, delicious results. Ultimately, the best thing about barbecue is you have options. And you can be as creative as you want, and maybe you're gonna cook 2 briskets and let your family and friends determine which one was better. Now you've heard from me, I wanna hear from you. What's your brisket aha moment? What are things you've learned over the years? Are you team hot and fast? Are you team low and slow? Maybe you're somewhere in the middle. Comment down below so we can all learn from each other and ultimately, we can celebrate some brisket success.